Hi friends, welcome to the channel. This is your Govindraj. Thank you very much for watching my previous videos. Most of you are already aware that all the labor codes are notified for implementation effective from 21 November 2025. And basically there are four codes: the Occupational Safety, Health and Working Conditions Code 2020, the Industrial Relations Code 2020, and the Code on Social Security 2020, and the Code on Wages 2019. So all these four codes have subsumed 29 existing legislations. But if you look at the notifications, you will see the Occupational Safety and Industrial Relations Code are fully implemented. But with reference to Code on Wages 2019 and Code on Social Security 2020, there are certain provisions are listed, and therefore you may be having certain confusion whether all the provisions are implemented or not. So I'm going to talk about that, whether all these provisions are implemented or not. Before that, let me tell you that these four codes basically bring four important implications for employer. One is financial impact based on the wage definition and other important provisions in this code. The second one is you will have to revise your compliance checklist because the new rules are going to come, the new formats, new returns are going to come. So therefore you have to keep a watch of your state rules and central rules, and then based on the applicability you have to revise your compliance checklist. And the third one is you have to sensitize your management and also all the people who are involved, all the stakeholders who are involved in this process. And the fourth one is you will have to look into all your policies, including HR and admin policies, since some of the provisions and have been changed and revised in these labor codes. You will have to check whether your all HR policies and admin policies are aligned to these code provisions. So therefore you should not get into any non-compliance issues because of the provisions in the code. So therefore you will have to look into these four aspects as an employer and as a manager responsible for implementation of the labor codes. Now let me take you through how these codes are getting implemented. So as I've told you, the Occupational Safety, Health and Working Conditions Code and the Industrial Relations Code 2020, so they are implemented in one go, that is effective from 21 and 25. And the notifications related to all these four codes, you can download it from the official Gazette of India. Official website, you can download it. And coming back to the Code on Wages, there are phased manner implementation. If you look at, there are certain provisions are listed. If you look at all these provisions, provisions related to Central Advisory Board 2020 are implemented. The provisions related to Central Advisory Board are well ahead implemented in the year 2020 because the government wanted to be ready with the floor wages. So therefore these provisions were implemented in 2020 itself. I have listed all these provisions, especially subsection 1 to 3 of section 42 and subsection 10 to 11 of section 42 and classes S and T of subsection 2 of section 67. These provisions are under, and certain provisions of section 69 are implemented in 2020, and rest of the provisions now are implemented. So therefore there is no provision is left out in the Code on Wages 2019. So therefore you rest assured that the Code on Wages is also fully implemented. Now let me get back to you on the Code on Social Security. If you look at the Code on Social Security, there are three phases which these codes were implemented. The first one is being in 2021, where these provisions related to Aadhaar authentication under section 142 was implemented, and in the year 2023, because of the higher pension issues, all the provisions related to pension scheme are implemented in 2023, and the rest of the provisions are now implemented. So therefore more or less all the provisions of the Code on Social Security 2020 are also implemented. Only one missing link which I find here is under section 16, the provisions of payment, the provisions of Provident Fund are not to be seen in the revised notification. But on this I will get back to you soon. Stay tuned on the channel until I come up with a new information on this. I'm sure, friends, this information is beneficial for you, and also has given insight on this labor codes implementation. And if you look at my channel, you will find all the four labor codes, many videos on financial impact and also the compliance impact and new provisions. All these things are already being talked in the my channel, and I'm going to give you the channel playlist link in the description box, so that you can watch these videos and get to know all the impacts and list down and also implement in your industry. And also most of the critical videos are placed in the membership channel, so therefore you will have to become the member to watch these videos, and I'm going to give you the link to become the member in the description box, so that you can use that also and utilize all the videos which are already available. And thank you very much, friends, for watching this video, and I'm going to come up with more and more information on the labor codes, especially on the new provisions, and also going ahead new notifications on the rules. And also let me tell you is, though the government of India has notified these labor codes effective from yesterday, that is from 21/11/2025, but the state governments are yet to notify their rules. Most of the state governments have already drafted their rules. The draft rules are already given to public for submission of their suggestions and all other comments. Now they are waiting for final notification. These final notifications of the state rules may come anytime. However, there are few states, one or two states have not yet implemented or not yet drafted these rules. And in my view, for all the states in India, these codes are going to be implemented in the one, as soon as this the states implement their rules on these codes. But these are expected to come very soon, friends. So therefore keep watching this channel for more and more updates. I'm going to come up with new videos on this channel, friends. Until then, see you soon, friends.